Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? It's Billy and I'm back with another commentary. And what I'm talking about today is, as most of you know, the new face-off game type dropped. I don't think if you have Elite, you got 4 maps. If you don't, you got 2. But I'm going to talk about Erosion, and I'm not sure if that is part of the two that everybody got or part of the 2 the Elite got. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do all 4 of them. But I played Erosion in 1v1. I've never been really a huge 1v1 player, not since Halo. I played a lot of Halo 2 1v1. But I haven't really played much 1v1 since then. So it's a nice change of pace, to be completely honest. So far, I like the game type. I've only played a handful of games, and the gameplay I'm bringing you right now is actually the first one I played right away when I started it up. And it is kind of long. But I didn't want to fast forward through the dull parts because I figured maybe you guys want to get a better look at the map, kind of get yourselves situated before you actually play the map in case you haven't played it yet. Well, let's discuss the map a little bit. Erosion is a camper's dream. There's blind corners everywhere, so a lot of sitting in corners goes on when you play on this map, which is super frustrating. But I mean, if you're careful, you move slow, you check your corners, you can get the jump on the guys. If you expect them to be there, usually you will win the gunfight. That's what I learned after this first match. And there's one tower on the map that gives a pretty good vantage point to most of the map, which is definitely going to be somewhat of a power position in 1v1 and definitely in 2v2s. But the thing with it giving, a good vantage point on most of the map is that it also allows a lot of sight lines to it for most of the map. So if you're smart, usually you can catch the jump on the guy sticking his head out the window and pop, take him out. Which is something you're going to have to definitely think about. But let's get a little bit into as far as class setup goes, because that's going to be the huge determining factor between whether or not you win or lose. Because all the maps are small, and you got to learn the spawns if you want some good map control. But usually there's one power position, you take that over, you can get a few good kills from there, and whatnot. Try not to sit in corners too much, because then people will learn to, especially if you sit in the same corner and over again, someone's going to come in and they're going to pop you. That's what's going to happen. And you don't want that. But anyway, into class setup. Let's start off with perks. The perk 1 slot, there's really only one perk that really is going to matter most of the time. But let's start off, just go, through the list. Blind Eye, not going to be very vital in your 1v1 gameplays. Not a lot of people are going to be running UAVs. Or not UAVs, air support. I'm sorry. Not many people are going to get, get attack helicopters and stuff in this because, 1v1 setting, you're probably going to take them out before they can build a decent streak. Sleight of hand, also not really that important because the person you're playing against or you is generally dead at the end of the gunfight. So you don't really have to worry about a quick reload. Generally, you'll be good to go. With the bullets you already have in your clip, take them out, reload after that. You're set, just, get ready for the next gunfight. Extreme conditioning, also not important. These maps are very, very small. You're not going to be wanting to sprint around very much anyway, because you're not going to want to... When you're sprinting around the map, you don't check your corners, and that is going to get you killed by these corner campers, guaranteed, and you don't want that. Scavenger, also not the most important perk in the game when it comes to 1v1s. Your lifespan usually isn't going to be long enough to the point where you run out of ammo, and you're not going to be spamming grenades or anything like that, so that's also not very important. And if you do run low on ammo because you have a good, decent life going on, you can just pick up the other guy's gun. Odds are he's using a gun that's just as good as yours, if not better. Perk 2. What am I thinking? I skipped one. Recon, also perk 1. Recon is the way to go. Use Recon. paint the enemy on the mini-map. You throw up a flashbang, find out where he is, see where he's looking, things like that. And when you have Recon Pro, is it Recon Pro? Yes, that when you shoot the guy, it also paints him. So if you can only get 1 or 2 good shots on him, don't kill him. It also paints him on the mini-map. That'll be super, super helpful for you. So I would recommend, most definitely, use Recon. That's what I learned. This first match, I just went in with one of my general, pub match classes. And it really wasn't the best choice as far as perks went. For the most part. Anyway, now on to perk 2. There's a few decent ones. There's a couple of choices you have in your perk 2 setup. Quick Draw allows you to aim faster down the sights, which, if you come around a corner, see the guy, pull up your sights faster, it's going to give you a little bit of an advantage in the gunfight, which is never a bad thing. Blast Shield Pro, I would recommend don't use Blast Shield Pro. That's what I would say. So I would not recommend Blast Shield Pro. Not too many people in these game types are going to be spamming grenades. That's for sure. Most people aren't even going to actually run, Semtex or frags. A lot of people are going to be running Claymores or Bouncing Betties. And a couple will probably be using C4s just because they're tryhards. But, so odds are you're not going to need Blast Shield Pro. Hardline, also not really that important, but it depends on what you're running for your kill streaks. Well, we'll get around to kill streaks a little bit later in the video. What's next on the list? Overkill. Overkill is stupid. Don't use Overkill. You don't need 2 primary weapons. Ever. Don't do it. It's stupid. Assassin is the perk to use in your perk 2 slot. Keeps you off the radar, makes so UAVs don't work, counter UAVs, all that jazz. Which, when you do run into someone who is running UAVs in their support setup, you don't want to be caught dead on the radar, so definitely run Assassin. Don't really worry about the other ones, except for maybe Quick Draw. That'd be the only other one that really would make sense, unless for some reason you don't think you can get a 2 kill streak or a 3 kill streak, and you can only get a 2 if you're running UAV in your assault setup. Perk 3s, third slot perks. Marksman. Not too important. I mean, it allows you to spot the enemy further away, shows up their name and everything. But when a lot of people are going to be running Assassin, is it Assassin that makes it so that your name doesn't show up in red? I think it is. I think that's Assassin. So, it's not really going to work with Marksman. But it could be helpful if someone's not running it, because you can see them a little further away. Maybe you couldn't have saw them there, but their name pops up. That'll be helpful. Stalker, also, that really depends on your gameplay style. If you want to run around looking down the sights all the time, feel free to use Stalker. And it also delays Claymores and things like that. Super helpful, will keep you alive. Stalker's not a bad choice. Steady Aim also is a playstyle selection choice option. If you don't feel like looking down your sights, sure, use Steady Aim. But there's 2 perks that really matter in 1v1s when it comes to your third slot. And that's Dead Silence and Sit Rep. Pick whichever one you want. I'm not sure if... Sorry, I'm still a little sick, guys. I'm not sure if Sit Rep does or does not counteract Dead Silence. I always use Dead Silence. I never use Sit Rep. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. Remember, Robert Bowling either said it did or didn't. But it doesn't really matter. Most people are going to be running Dead Silence. Use Sit Rep if you want. You can spot enemy devices, blow up Claymores before they blow you up. Not a bad choice, but I would definitely recommend Dead Silence. But remember, when you use Dead Silence, you do still make a crunching noise if you jump from a distance, which, listen for it. Sound whoring is going to be key. Sound whoring is going to be key in these matches. If you can hear them coming, you will get the jump on them. That's it. Like, done deal. Oh, man, I'm really running out of time here. As far as kill streaks go, Assault, don't use it. It's useless. Odds are you're not going to get on a decent kill streak anyway, so don't even worry about Assault. If you can use Support, odds are they're running Assassin, so UAV won't be useful. But Ballistic Vests could save your life. Ballistic Vests wouldn't be a bad choice, but I would definitely recommend going with the Specialist perk package. Set it up however you want. Get the advantage in these gunfights. Make sure you're a better soldier. Use Specialist. Definitely the way to go. And remember that everybody out there is going to be using their tryhard guns, ACRs, the dildo gun, the PP90, whatever it's called, the P90. You don't really need silencers on these things. It's just you and one other guy, so if you don't kill him, just move, go to a different flank, something like that. Rapid fire and your favorite sight, whatever, way to go. And don't forget the sound horror, and always check your corners, look both ways before you cross the street. That'll keep you alive. That's all I got time for. If you guys liked the video, found it helpful, please leave me a like, leave a comment, and if you want content daily to your sub box, click that subscribe button. Next video, I'm going to try and cover 2v2s, something like that, or maybe go a little bit more in depth with the 1v1s. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.